Resort has over 200 employees who use snowmobiles, and it is important to ensure that every driver knows how to operate their machine properly. This video will cover the basics of snowmobile operation and safety. Our primary goal is to limit snowmobile use, especially during operating hours. Tasks should be necessary and not just convenience-oriented. All snowmobiles have a throttle, brakes, and lights, but since the design of the controls may vary from one model to the next, check with your supervisor or Winter Park Resort maintenance personnel about operation of your machine. The throttle is located on the right-hand handlebar of the machine. To go faster, depress the lever. To slow down or stop, release the lever. The kill switch, which immediately shuts off the engine, is a red button located next to the throttle. If the throttle should stick, push the kill switch down to shut the engine off and stop. The only way to start the engine is to pull the kill switch up. The only way to stop is to push the kill switch down. The brake, located on the left-hand handlebar, is squeezed much like the handbrake on a bicycle. The harder you pull, the quicker you stop. If possible, depress brake lever slowly or pump it. There are two types of starters available. Some snowmobiles at Winter Park are pull start, and others have both a pull start as well as an electric starter. The choke is usually found on the instrument panel and is used to start the machine on a cold day. Visually inspect the snowmobile before you start it. Locate any damage and report it to your supervisor immediately. Clear off any ice or snow buildup on the machine and be sure the two orange fluorescent flags are present and in good condition. They must be secured atop the 6-foot mast. Replacement flags can be found at the Vehicle Maintenance Shop, extension 1947. Always take the time to check the oil, antifreeze, fuel levels, headlight, and brake light on any machine you are about to ride. Check the brake system by squeezing in the lever. If the brake lever is loose or does not offer any resistance, do not operate the machine. Call maintenance. Always wear a snowmobile vest with proper number to match your machine. Here's a quick inspection list. Report damage. Remove snow and ice. Check headlights, brake lights, and running lights. Check oil and gas. Make sure you have safety flags and a vest. Now you're ready to start the machine. For a pull start, make sure the kill switch is in the down or off position. Pull on the starter rope to see how far it will go. Pull the kill switch to the on or up position. If it's warm out or the machine has been running recently, there's no need to use the choke. Pull the cord to start it up and let the machine warm up for 2 minutes max. Most snowmobile lights come on automatically. Start the machine and put your hand in front of the light to see that it's on. Do the same for the rear lights and brake light. If the lights are not working, take the vehicle to the maintenance shop immediately. Before driving, stop, look, listen. Before you get underway, make sure no one is in front of you. Stop, look, and listen to see that everything is clear. Then press the throttle to move forward. Release the safety brake if locked on. If the machine does not move when the tachometer reaches 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, the track is probably stuck. Hit the kill switch and go to the rear of your machine. With assistance from another person, lift the machine off the ground 2 or 3 times using proper lifting techniques. The track should be free. You may also need to free ice from the front skis. Do this by moving them side to side. To steer the snowmobile, use both hands to turn the handlebars left or right. Depending on the terrain, you may need to shift your body weight to control your turns. There are 4 basic snowmobile riding positions. In the standing position, keep both feet on the running boards and bend at the knees to absorb shock. This position allows the operator to have the best visibility. The kneeling position has one leg on the seat while the other leg is on the running board. The posting position is used for rough terrain and higher speeds. Use a squatting position to absorb movement through the knees and arms. To travel over smooth terrain, use the seated position with both feet on the running boards. Be aware that trailers or sleds with weight make it more difficult to slow down going downhill. When going downhill, use the easiest route and pump the brake when you want to slow down. If the brakes lock up or are jammed, the rear of the machinery may begin to slide. If that happens, release the brake pressure and steer into the direction of the skid to regain control. When going uphill, hold on tight. Lean slightly forward and increase the throttle pressure to match the steepness of the slope. As you crest the hill, reduce the speed. Use the standing position to look over crests on the mountain. When going across a slope, get into the posting or kneeling position and shift your weight to the uphill side. If you don't, the machine could easily slide downhill or even roll over. Before carrying a passenger, make sure the snowmobile has rear hand grips. If it does, one passenger can be carried. Make sure the passenger holds the rear grips or puts their hands securely around the driver's waist. If possible, have the passenger ride down on the lift. Carrying a passenger will limit your steering and body English. Keep the speed down and use extreme caution. To park the machine, position it to the side of the trail facing across the hill with the kill switch down. Set brake if you are on a hill. If your machine has multiple gears, stop the machine and let the engine idle down before shifting gears. There are two types of snowmobile accidents, injury and non-injury. If there is any accident with damage or injuries involving a snowmobile, call the Ski Patrol Accident Investigation Team first, then your supervisor and risk safety, whether there are injuries or not. If you are in an accident involving a snowmobile with injuries, notify Ski Patrol that a snowmobile was involved. Don't move the snowmobile unless it is in danger of harming others. Notify your supervisor and risk and safety as soon as possible. Keep injured person from moving while waiting for patrol. Keep all witnesses to have them complete statements with Ski Patrol, then complete a detailed incident report after meeting with your supervisor or risk and safety department. If it's necessary to drive on rough or ungroomed trails, proceed with caution in the kneeling or posting position and keep the speed to a minimum. To protect your eyes and improve visibility, wear sunglasses or goggles while driving a snowmobile. Also, Winter Park recommends wearing earplugs for protection. The Colorado Skier Safety Act contains a section about snowmobile operation. It requires that any snowmobile operated in the ski area have lighted headlamps and one lighted tail lamp. Fluorescent flags at least 45 square inches should be at least 6 feet above the bottom of the tracks, and a functioning brake system. If any of these do not function on your machine, or if you hear strange noises or experience malfunctions, alert your supervisor and take the machine in for repair, or call extension 1947 if the machine is unsafe to drive. If necessary, leave the machine, call Ski Patrol to rope or fence it off. You need to keep the oil and antifreeze fluids at the proper levels. The gas pumps for snowmobiles are located at the south end of the main lot and at the Mary Jane Maintenance Center. We use an automated fuel distribution system that requires pre-assigned login numbers and other information you will need to enter. The following list of information is required to obtain fuel at the Gas Boy Center. To check the oil or antifreeze, lift the hood to see if the levels in the transparent plastic reservoirs are close to full. If a reservoir is low, fill it up at the nearest maintenance area. If you need assistance, ask one of the maintenance personnel for help. The last person to use a snowmobile for the day should park it in a designated area. Lock it to a fixed object such as a tree or pole, or remove the key. If a machine is left unlocked, it may be stolen, taken for unauthorized use, or removed to the nearest vehicle maintenance shop where you'll need permission from your supervisor for its release. This video is designed to support the Winter Park Resort Policy and Procedure Manual. It's your responsibility to read and understand the manual and comply with current policies. Once you've read the manual, print and sign your name on the last page and turn it in to your supervisor. You must have a valid, unrestricted U.S. driver's license to operate a snowmobile for Winter Park. Here are a few reminders. Always turn off your machine if it is unattended. Don't leave a machine idling if you're not on it. Do not drag any ropes. Keep all tow ropes coiled and attached to the seat. Don't use trails you're unfamiliar with. Use green or blue trails whenever possible. There are preferred routes for on-mountain travel. Know them and use them. If you need to travel up Lower Village Way, use the machine road alongside the siphon pipe. Never travel up Lower Village Way chute or uphill through the tunnel. Different departments have specialized training for different jobs or snowmobile usage. Make sure you have been trained for the tasks your supervisor deems necessary for your job. After hours, there may be winch cat operations on the mountain. Always avoid these areas. If necessary, call the winch cat operator on channel 4C. Always give the right of way to the guest. Get a visual if possible. Stop the machine if you are uncertain. And finally, remember, proper snowmobile operation is every operator's responsibility.